Greetings and welcome. You know, we have come a long way from all these great shows that came out in the winter of 2020. While most of us find it a bit interesting, some of these winter anime shows were awesome. Now, spring anime shows are okay. Not great, but okay. Because some of these shows, some of the spring shows are being pushed back into summer now. So just like Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online Part 2 Alicization is pushed to July. So that means all these great shows like Re:Zero, Sword Art Online, Higurashi, Fire Force, Haikyuu, right? You know, all those great shows are now being pushed to the summer. So summer 2020 will be the focal point of anime. Spring, not so much. But when you look at winter anime shows, let's not forget, winter anime 2020 was the start of 2020 anime shows. And boy, they gave us a lot. They gave us a lot of great shows. And these five, and I gotta say, every show had its moments. From the highs to the lows, from happy to sad. These shows were great. But the thing about it is that, what were my top 5 greatest winter animes of 2020? So, without further ado, here's my top 5 greatest animes of 2020, of winter 2020, quote, winter 2020. Now, you may not know the show, or if I may stumble a bit, please forgive me on it, but you understand it. Okay, so number 5, and I wanted to say, the reason I'm wearing, this is number 5. This guy right here. Issei Kai Quartet 2nd season. You want to talk about a show where you have all the Isekais in the world. And they go, and then this guy, now for me, one of the greatest Isekais members of all time now, is now in the school with all the other 4 Isekais. Now, if you guys, of the other Isekais. Now, if you guys don't know Issei Kai Quartet, it's just a little mini-series. Some of them are like 12 minutes. You could binge watch it during quarantine right now. You could watch Issei Kai Quartet. They're short. It's just basically a world where 4 of the main Isekais goes to school. The cast of Konosuba, the cast of Re:Zero, the cast of Tanya and the Saga of Evil, and the cast of Overlord. So ask yourself, what would happen if you take those 4 Isekai shows we have watched, and some you may or may not watch, you take them to school and they, you know, do lessons, all that stuff. And it's funny. It's funny. Now, this way 2nd season comes in play because this guy, my hero, the Shield hero, and please watch Rising of the Shield Hero, you're gonna love it. But this guy, not for me, he goes to the school with, and not only that, he goes with 2 other people. He goes with he goes with Raphatilia, and he goes with Philo. And still, Raphatilia is best girl of all time. Let's put that there. Raphatilia is won best girl of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, so that's why Raphatilia won. I'm just glad the bitch-ass Mine in there. Oh, God, I'm glad they bitch-ass Mine there. I bet they're going to put her in 3rd season as a bully. But I hope so, because we see nothing beat the crap out of the Spear Hero and bitch-ass Mine. But what I like about, this is why Issei Kai Quartet is my second favorite, my 2nd season, my 5th favorite, is because I love how they're bringing back all the I love how they're going to bring up every Isekai in play. So, if you recall season 2, Cautious Hero was there. So it got me thinking, okay, if you put the Shield Hero in this, then you have the Cautious Hero, and I bet you they're gonna put Maple. I bet you they're gonna put Maple in this Issei Kai Quartet soon. I bet money on that. So yeah, but this is why, because of this guy. It's comedy, it's short, but it's still great to see one of our favorite heroes in the world at the end. And still, I believe, now for me, could beat those other Isekais. No sweat. Now, that's 5. Number 4, and this number 4, and I know people has been falling off a cliff in this show. Darwin's Game. I get it. Darwin's Game is 11 episodes. The matches is not that, but come on, guys. Let's be real. Darwin's Game is action. It has little horror moments, kind of like watching Darwin's Game to me was watching Osama Game. If you guys have watched King's Game, the animation, or read the manga of it, please understand why this show was good. I mean, I get it. It was that. But Darwin's Game, I get it. It's 11 episodes. People falling off a cliff of it because it's not what you suspect from the manga. But I said read the manga. But Darwin's Game, I like it. I mean, your friend died in a pixelated way. Then you download the app called Darwin's Game, and then you get sucked into a game and you battle people one-on-one, and you start killing people just for prizes. And they do battle royals and they get gotchas, It's suspense. And then you form a faction just to end the Darwin's Game, to make sure people don't join the faction. I mean, there were some bloody moments, action and bloody moments in that thing, and I like it. And then you got the girl with this red dress and blonde hair who reminds me of from Fitch Diaries, this crazy ass yandere kind of thing. But still, Darwin's Game was the show. And in Darwin's Game, each person has an ability. Like, one has a split personality, one used water to ice, one used chains, one could teleport, like make a gun out of it, and like shooting. Like, there are some others that were nice. There were some other abilities, but it was also cool. That's why Darwin's Game is my fourth favorite, because of the action, because the storyline kind of fits the bill here, and I understand it's 11 episodes, so I get it. Quick, but it was 11 episodes. Now, this is where third place comes in play. Join the Pack Seton Academy. I love this Join the Pack Seton Academy for the comedy purposes of understanding the animals. Like, one thing about the Seton Academy is that you could learn from this show. Much like Killing Bites. I get it, Killing Bites is action, ecchi, adventure. I get that. But when you look at Join the Pack Seton Academy, it's like they took away all the Killing Bites they pushed all the Killing Bites genre, and then they make this funny version of the show where these guys goes to school. Not bloody war, but you get the idea. So start off with Ronka being the wolf girl. Half girl, half wolf girl. So she has the abilities of a wolf. Licking people, running around in a circle and stuff. She wants to have her own pack. She wants to build her own pack. In other words, making friends with different species. So along the way, she encounters a male and female. And the male is like a Bakugo. But the thing about Bakugo, in My Hero Academia, is that Bakugo's an asshole. The main character is an asshole, but at least he smiles a lot. He helps out a lot, all that stuff. Unlike Bakugo, he doesn't help out, he's a dick. But my point is, this show is so funny to a point when you meet other different species, half girls, half male or female, half in their embodiment of the character. Like, one is a lion and has a crush with a deer. You know what I mean? Like those types of things. And you got a big sister wolf girl who's obsessed with his little sister. You have a koala, a big-breasted koala girl. You have a sloth girl who's really slow at times. And you got a donkey girl who just played Magic the Gathering. You see what I mean? It's funny. They have some funny elements in the Seton Academy. The funny thing about Seton Academy is that you also learn about the animal features that they have. So you will learn from it, even from a comedy standpoint of the show. Now, second place is the show that really defines defense. BOFURI. It's called BOFURI. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll just max out my defense. Or you just said BOFURI. I can't pronounce it. But that show is second best anime of winter 2020 because to me, that show was the shield hero, but a female character. That's it. Short and simple. Maple played this game called NWO, not the WWE NWO, but New World Online. And then she picked a weapon of her choice, and she chose a shield because she don't want to get hurt. She doesn't want her friends to get in danger, so she just picked a defensive weapon, which is just a simple shield to max out her defense. When she maxed out her defense, she is busted. Along every episode of this show, she is busted. So defense OP that nobody can even hit her. Nobody. She could take a few. She could take a little. Like, I remember one of the episodes when one of the guy had a mallet, hit her in the head. She's like, huh? What's that? She didn't feel a damn thing. She beat everybody in a fell swoop. She got Hydra. She got poisonous powers, paralysis powers. She even devoured ladybugs because it tastes like candy. She devoured many creatures in that Isekai world just to be stronger. And she has. I don't want to spoil it as much, but damn, if you have watched this show or haven't, she's like the shield hero. And like, I'm telling you right now, if the shield hero and Maple were a team, those two will be the most broken defensive players of all time in an Isekai. In fact, Maple is one of the few characters, like Naofumi, to beat Kirito And I'm gonna say this. Naofumi and Maple, Naofumi could beat Kirito, and Maple could beat Kirito. But again, I don't want to go as much, but if you watch this show, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Or if you just type in BOFURI, BOFARI, then understand she is busted. Now, number one is the most controversial anime of all time. It is one of the most controversial animes, yet we still talk about it to this day of the winter, because a lot of fan fiction out of there, a lot of fan service out there, and got canceled because this show was such talk. Interspecies Reviewers is number one. And the reason why I say Interspecies Reviewers is number one is because of the plot, the storyline. They didn't care about the hentai, they didn't care about the fans. I didn't care about any of that. The storyline speaks for itself. The storyline of Interspecies Reviewers is like us. I'll make it simple. You have two guys, Stunk and Zell, and the rest of the reviewers. They go to brothels from different country. In a fantasy world, Stunk and Zell, they go to different brothels, and they have sex with them, and they scale them on a 1 to 10 basis. So, and they give us the feedback on taste. Where it's like where they fuck with monster girls. Like, look, harpies, slime girls, snake girls, mermaids, spider girls, horse girls. It's the taste. That's what the thing is. They have sex with different monster girls at night, where they fuck fairy girls, elf girls, harpy girls, minotaurs with big boobs, octopus girls, witches. They do the reviews for us. They give us the reviews, and then we ask ourselves, is that a good or a bad thing? Even when they make up with zombie girls, they gave it a 6. Me personally, if I was in that fantasy world right now, and I go to a brothel with the zombie girl, my opinion, I will give it an 8. But that's the thing about it. We do the reviews, they do the reviews for us, and they scale, and we understand it. Even if there was a bad or good reviews, we still would have the taste. That's the thing about Interspecies Reviewers. Interspecies Reviewers it's like it was canceled by Funimation. It was canceled this, they put it back. It was so much. But my point is, Interspecies Reviewers was the show that got a lot of views, more views than any other show, because Interspecies Reviewers was the most talked about show, because this was like, is this anime or is it hentai? Is it anime or hentai? It's a mixture of both. But what I'm trying to say is Interspecies Reviewers was the show that brought everyone's attention, giving us, they do the reviews for us, and we debate about it. And the lesson, and after watching it, you may say, okay, it's uncensored, it's censored. But the point of the show is, it doesn't matter what type of monster girl you like. It doesn't matter what type of monster girl they gave us a review on. It's our taste. Embrace the taste. That's the key to all of it. So that's all for now. So that's it for now. That's my top 5 favorite winter anime shows of 2020, and I hope you enjoyed it.